Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Pop Preview. I'm Sean.
I'm Alex.
And today we're watching a Child's Play trailer.
I admittedly have not seen any of these. I'm culturally aware of the story and what happens, and it's like a little doll, and his name is Chucky, and he wants to kill people, but there's got to be more to it than that.
There's a little bit more to it than that. So this is a remake from the late 80s movie.
Right.
Where basically,
so it's a remake, and it's not another one in
yeah, it's a reboot. They
series.
pretty much rebooted.
Okay,
yeah.
so
because they kind of
got it.
rode that train into the ground, pretty much. So in the original, there was a gangster. I guess you can call him a gangster or a criminal. He's trying to get away from the cops. He knows a spell that can pretty much transport his soul into another body.
A good thing to know.
He's badly wounded. He happens to go into a toy store. He transfers his soul into a doll, which is called a good guy doll, and it's a popular item, kind of like Cabbage Patch dolls were at the time.
Right, and so just as hideously frightening.
You put batteries in it, and it would say words like,
doubt.
"I'm your friend to the end," and "My name is Chucky," and blah, blah, blah. It would just say stupid stuff like that.
I want one.
So then a mother got his son that doll, brings it home, and they're just telling him to do things, and then eventually the mother finds out that it's alive. And so basically the whole part of the first movie is that he's trying to transfer his soul out of the doll body into an actual human body. Oh. So the rule is, because there has to be rules, is that whoever he told that he's a real person inside of a doll's body first, that's the person he has to transfer his body to.
I don't know that.
Okay, yeah.
Quiet, Alexa.
Oh, wow. She has something to say about that.
And then he can then be in that boy's body.
Wait, okay.
Otherwise, he gets trapped inside the doll's body.
Arbitrary rules, but there are rules.
Well, I mean, the person who told him the spell at the beginning of the movie explained all that to him.
Also had arbitrary rules,
exactly.
apparently.
Hey, if you use this spell, here are the rules.
Okay.
So
cool.
Don't know how they're gonna approach it.
So this is a reboot, 2019 reboot. So obviously I'm skeptical about reboots because a lot of times it's like, why? So let's watch it and see if we can figure out the why as to what the point is of this. Let's make sure there's sound, and here we go.
At Caslon, we believe that happiness is about more than entertainment. It's about being known, understood, loved. Introducing your new best friend.
People, let me tell you about my best friend.
What?
It's more like a robot now, it looks like.
Chucky?
Oh. Ooh. That was creepy.
A little bit.
I kind of like that trailer. Like,
yeah, I did too.
I gotta say, like, I really like the sound design, and I like what they did with the music there. Like, it's they kind of made it creepier, like as the trailer went on. It's kind
best friend things just to play on what's actually gonna happen.
Don't trust it.
I'm curious only because like in the original the kid was a little bit younger, so I'm wondering if the kid being older means that it's not just a regular doll that just says words. It looks like a robot, so maybe they actually could do coding on it. So like,
wait, is it like an AI like coming to life situation?
I mean, it might be, so they can easily go down that road. If they're still playing with the soul being transferred into more of a robotic body now this time instead of it just being an actual doll. So we don't know. I mean, this is just kind of a teaser trailer. But they could go down that road. I don't know.
That's really interesting because I've been listening to this podcast called The End of the World with Josh Clark. And it every episode is sort of about existential crises, like things that could destroy humanity. And I just listened to the one on artificial intelligence, and it was really fascinating. And I kind of almost hope that like this is that like in a weird, twisted way where like you're combining horror and science fiction almost in a way. But then again, I feel like they would make a lot of like fans of the original angry if they didn't incorporate that whole like magical voodoo soul thing.
I mean, you could, but I mean, I'd be okay with them tinkering with that part. If the idea is that they're, you know, a criminal, somehow his essence got transferred into a robot, I'm okay. It doesn't have to be that voodoo stuff or spell or whatever crap, because you have to sell some magic words.
Right.
Dumbella or some crap like that before, like, he had to put his hand over his head. It was just like, if you have to get away from that crap, I wouldn't be okay. Like, if you get the essence of what the original was, that's okay. You can branch off. Like, that took place in 1988. This is 2019.
Right.
So if you do a little bit more of a coding thing, which would make more sense considering, like, that kid looks like he's like 10 or 11. Like, the first kid was like 6 or 7 or at best 8.
Well,
so
it seems a little bit like they want us to align with the child character more
in
like,
this one, yeah.
That's kind of what we've been doing lately with Stranger Things.
Yes.
I guess what's another example? Like the new Godzilla movie that's coming out, which also has
Millie Bobby Brown
in it. It sort of seems like
It.
Yeah, obviously this is the producers of that. Yeah. So it kind of seems like they're aligned. It's like this 80s like sentiment and feel, but updated for us, and they're aligning us with kids now, which is interesting as an adult, but we can all find relatability in that realm. So. Yeah,
because the first one was focused more or less on the mother.
Well,
and
right, because I saw the original trailer, and that kid was like 5.
Yeah,
like, that was a tiny ass kid.
Yeah, and then nobody would believe him. Like, Chucky's alive. Like, yeah, shut up, kid.
Well, right. It holds more weight when it's an older kid being like, no, you have to believe me. You know, I'm 9. I'm 10. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. It holds different.
But I wonder if they're gonna still play that trope where like, no, he's alive. Shut up, kid. Like, because you're right. If he's older now, so I wonder if they have to. I hope they don't play on that trope. Well, where it's just Chucky's doing things, and the mom and the boy are trying to figure out like what the hell is going on. Well, and maybe they both find out together.
It's hard to avoid that trope. I feel like there's the adults not believing you, or just anyone not believing you. But it's definitely like when you have children, it's like adults definitely don't see it your way until it's too late. Because in the original movie, she takes a long time to figure out, like, her friend dies and everything. And it takes her a long time to, like, figure out. It's not until she, like, picks up Chucky and, like, looks in the back and realizes he hasn't been running on batteries this whole time. Oh. And then Chucky tries to kill her. So it takes her a long time to figure it out. Yeah. Or get to the point where, like, let me actually, like, is this all really? Is this really happening? You can't do that anymore now. You can't have that scene where you open him up and it's like, whoa, no batteries, because he's probably like USB
maybe
charged.
but in that sense.
So I'm interested to see like if they have that element in there and how they deal with that, because technology has changed so much.
Yeah, like
and obviously it's a freaking robot.
I wonder if he is code, he could write his own code. Like, I'm going to kill you now.
AI.
And then like,
AI.
Yeah, it starts stabbing.
It's a real threat.
I'm curious to see if that angle of it, so I'm really excited for this reboot.
I like this trailer.
Because, to be honest, the original just, like, there was, like, 6 or 7? I lost count at some point. And I know they were trying to do a TV show. I'm not sure if that's happening anymore. I think that got scrapped.
Oh, my gosh.
So they really ran the original into the ground.
I feel like I've been missing out on a lot of things.
I mean, after a while, it's the same old thing. It's the same tropes. He has to figure out a way to get out of the doll body, otherwise he's trapped in it. And they kill him, and they find a way to bring him. It's like, it's almost like Nightmare on Elm Street and Jason at some point. They just figure out ways to bring him back.
But
and it doesn't make a lot of sense. You just go with it.
That's great. What I did like about this trailer is the iconic like knife.
Yeah, because he always had that.
Knife.
Yeah.
So at least they're like paying homage to. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to have to see it in order to, like, really make an assessment. Even having not seen the original. Yeah. And I feel like maybe I should watch it before. Or what if I watch this one first?
And then go watch the original?
Yeah,
I think that might
go in
be
with
a better way.
A completely clean slate. So when we do a review on the movie... Clean slate. Oh, completely clean slate. So when we do a review, like, it can be... I'll be the person who is just watching it, you know... virginally, and you'll have seen the original, and you can compare it. So
I mean, because as a kid, it really never used to scare me. I just like kind of chuckled at it. I mean, I used to have a younger cousin who used to misbehave a lot, and then after he saw it, it like traumatized him. And then every time he'd act up, we were like, "Well, Chucky's gonna get you if you don't behave," and he'd get no, and then he'd behave. So I mean, I never found it scary as a kid, and I was like 8 years old when this came out. So yes, I'm not old. Sorry.
I mean,
but
that sweater is scary for sure.
Well, I'm glad we didn't see his face because I'm pretty sure his face is gonna look completely different than it did in the original, where that was just more of like a doll face. This might be more of a robotic face, and I'm okay with that.
I don't know.
I'm okay with that.
I'm glad that I didn't have that job, that person who gets to decide what the face looks like, because it could go either way. You could piss off a lot of fans of the original, or I don't know.
Again, this is just me. Because even though they're not scary, I watched almost all of them. Especially the first 3 or 4, I've seen multiple times. After that, I'm not 100% sure. But if they get the essence of the character right, I don't care if they change the face. Yeah. They didn't have to put him in the old good guy doll type clothing. You could change up as long as you get the essence right, and you're not doing a shot-for-shot remake. I really don't care. That's just my opinion. Just get the essence of the character right and go about your business. And it looks like they kind of done that.
Yeah, well,
we don't know what he looks like yet.
We've been talking about this a lot lately because there's been so many reboots and remakes and stuff. I agree. Like, make it a little different, maybe. Yeah. Almost. Like, I almost am pushing for that. Like, I don't even want it to be, I haven't seen the original, but give us something new.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like, which what we're speculating is like a robot type thing. That in itself is new. And the boy is older, will have a different dynamic.
Yeah. But also, one other thing I want to say is film language has changed in the last 30 years. Like, the way that you tell a story has changed. Yeah. Things that were terrifying and hilarious then are cheesy and not very funny now. You know, like, it's kind of just the way that things are edited, the way that things are put together because of the advances. Faster paced now. Yeah, the advances in technology. Like, I feel like it makes me really happy to know that like cinema is actually, it continues to evolve. Yeah. So I can see why they would want to remake something from that era and like do it with new techniques, new style, new vibe, like maybe more suspense in a different way. So
last thing, even though I just said I don't care, I do care if they use CGI. I don't want them to use CGI. Oh no. Like use a practical effects for Chucky. Oh. Whether, because in the first one they used little people and like prosthetics and stuff like that, but I don't want them to use CGI. So even though it's okay to make it look different, CGI I think is going a little bit too far. I mean, if you want to use a little bit of it on certain shots, that's fine. But Chucky should just be practical. He should be a practical effect. But anyway, that's what we think. What do you guys think? Let's start the conversation below. Are you looking forward to the reboot? What are your thoughts about the original sets of movies? Do you think it was about time? Do you think they should have done this a little bit earlier? I think they should have done it a little bit earlier, to be honest. What should Alex do? Should she just go in cold, not seeing anything? Or should she watch the original before going in? Or watch the original afterwards? Give her some advice. I think she should go in cold, watch the new one, see how she likes it, doesn't like it. Then you can watch the original and compare and contrast. Yeah. So that's our thoughts. Let's hear yours. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, do all those great things. Also, hit that bell to be notified when we put our latest videos up. We'll also do a review for Child's Play when it does come out later this year. But until then, I'm Sean.
I'm Alex.
Bye, guys. Chucky's gonna get you.